morning. It is Monday, August 6th. It's about 8:15 a.m. I know I haven't checked in a little while. I have on Instagram though, if you follow me over there. I've just been really busy, and this desk where I do my filming has been just absolutely covered with stuff. We are moving in a couple of weeks, knock on wood, sometime in September. We still don't have a move date yet. We're waiting on that, but that's another story. And I've been kind of slowly going through different areas of the home and sorting and organizing, and I recently went through all of our DVDs. We don't have television here, and haven't had television service in maybe 15 years or more. So we have quite a collection of DVDs because we still enjoy watching shows and things. But most of these things were obtained, of course, prior to the invention of Netflix. So we have a lot of DVDs, like series and shows, and of course just straight movies, but a lot of them have gotten a little bit out of hand, so they needed some serious organizing and going through and purging. So I've been kind of working on that project, and I'm done with that, except for a couple. Where is it? I have a couple of DVDs left here that I still don't have the cases for. Like, I don't know what the cases are. And then I have a couple over here. I have a couple of cases that I don't know where the DVDs are. So I'm hoping as we continue to delve further and further into just piles of our stuff, I'm hoping that they'll turn up. It's possible that they just fell down behind like the television or the TV stand or something, and they might be underneath there somewhere. Who knows? I donated probably a good 50 to 60 DVDs to Goodwill. We passed on a few dozen DVDs that were my daughter's to my niece, who was here for most of last week. Stayed with us because my sister and her husband bought a new home, and they moved last week, so it was helpful to them to not have the 6-year-old. So we had her, but we sent her home with a big pile of DVDs that Leah had outgrown. I have some DVDs that I am selling, destashing, mostly on like local Facebook, the Facebook Marketplace, and Craigslist and eBay. Like, I'm not going to try to... Don't worry, I'm not going to add DVDs to my destashes here. So I have a few things that I've been selling there for DVD-wise, but for the most part, that particular troublesome area of our home has been taken care of. We also went through all of my husband's clothes and begging and pleading. There's a whole bunch of just like really worn and pilled clothes. He just doesn't like to get rid of anything. So really worn and pilled sweaters and shirts. And so we ended up donating, or just plain throwing away, quite a lot of his clothes, which made me really happy. He had some things that no longer fit him. He had some like button-down shirts that belonged to his father, who passed away a couple years ago. His dad died in 2013, and it was rather sudden, but before he had passed away, he and his wife had moved to Florida because he retired, and he ended up giving my husband like a whole closet full of button-down shirts. Well, they were never the same size. Like, Rod's father was a shorter guy. He wasn't as broad as my husband, so these shirts never fit him. And my husband like didn't have a sentimental connection to those shirts because it's not like he had seen his father wearing. It's just dad's work shirts, but just finally just convinced him that like, you're never going, like, I can understand that you might like these shirts, but they're like 10 years out of fashion. You're never going to like just suddenly get shorter. like I guess it doesn't matter if you lose a little weight and maybe you can start wearing your dad's shirts, but you're never going to get shorter, and your dad was a good 6 inches shorter than you were. My husband has to wear that extra large tall clothing because he's so tall, and like, you're just never going to get shorter, so these shirts are never going to fit you. So finally, guys, finally, yeah, it's not a sentimental thing. I wasn't forcing him to give away like memory quilt worthy shirts. It was his dad's work shirts that his dad had passed along to Rod that never fit him, and just finally. So we finally got And we got rid of Rod's dresser that he'd been using to store his clothes because it was just broken. We gave it away to somebody who's going to repair it and use it in their basement. So hubby's clothes are already all packed in totes. He's living out of totes right now. Next on the chopping block are my clothes, and I need to go over my clothes with the same kind of discerning eye. And purging a bunch. I've already purged quite a bit actually already. But I do need to go over my clothes with a bit of a fine-tooth comb as well. I have a terrible habit of hanging on to things that are well past their their prime as well. I have a lot of just, I always say it's my painting shirt. I'm saving it for painting, and I like never paint. So, and when I do paint, I'm very neat and I don't make a mess. Whatever. So anyway, so my turn. My turn is next, and then a little bit later we'll go through my daughter's clothes, which we should do anyway because we need to start doing back to school shopping for her. But anyway. So it's basically just kind of tackling one big problem area of the house, but it makes like a huge mess. This week, however, I'm done with the DVD sort, and actually here's like a pile of stuff that I found in the DVDs that are my husband's like computer things, and oh, this is a package I need to just send to a friend. She likes sew-on patches. Anyway. I've almost found my desk, so I am going to be doing a little crafting this week, which will be awesome, especially because my crafting stuff is eventually going to have to go on the chopping block as well and start getting packed up. I have a lot of fun stamp sets, a lot of things that I want to do for you guys, so I'll be working on that this week now that I can find the desk. And also, we're working on stuff in my daughter's room. We have... I haven't really had a chance, because of the mess, I haven't really had a chance to go through any more craft stuff to find some de-stash stuff, but I do plan to kind of do that a little bit here and there as I'm crafting this week. I do still have an active de-stash YouTube video out there. I do still have quite a few things left. Not a lot of stamps or dies left, but you could certainly take a look. I'll link the video down below. A lot of that stuff is just selling and still selling even up until last night. I think the video is almost 2 weeks old and people are still buying out of it. I will, once I go through a little bit more stuff, I'll do an updated video with what we have left, but that is still active if you're interested in anything from there. A lot of stuff that doesn't get picked up is going to get donated. Well, actually, first it's going to go on eBay, and if it doesn't sell on eBay, it's going to be donated so that we don't have to take it with us when we move. So if you're interested in a good deal and I can price it lower here versus eBay, because I don't have to account for commission fees or anything, definitely do that. Anyway, so that's the update on my crafting de-stash, is that I don't have any crafting de-stash to update with. Getting there. I am looking forward to, now that I have a little bit of desk space back, and you can't see it, it's just off camera, but I still have a pile of stuff over here that I'm still working on getting on eBay. Once that's taken care of, then I will really, really have some desk. I have to mail this package to my friend, get those discs to my husband. This is my jewelry box. I went through my jewelry box and purged a bunch of stuff, and now everything fits nicely in here again, and I can close it again, so I'm very happy. So I can actually probably pack this away pretty soon. Oh, I bought a safe, a fireproof safe. We recently sold the van, and I needed to find the title for the van, and the accordion binder in which we keep all of our important paperworks, like our titles and birth certificates and marriage certificate and my husband's divorce decree and all of these things. It's really falling apart. So we were thinking, we had meant to do this years ago to get a little fireproof safe that will fit paperwork in it, and we finally just bit the bullet and invested in one. I think I got one for maybe 30 or 40 bucks, which is a really good deal. I found it on Amazon and used my Ebates. And that should actually be here this week, so I'm looking forward to actually going through that and purging a lot of stuff in there. I noticed that I have a lot of outdated paperwork in there that I really don't need anymore, like warranty information for appliances that we no longer have, and even like my my pharmacy technician certifications. I haven't worked in a pharmacy in over 10 years, since my daughter was born. So, and my certification isn't even active anymore. We had to let it expire a few years ago because we couldn't afford to keep renewing it if I wasn't actually doing it. So I don't need any of that anymore. So just stuff like that, I'm going to have to go through it and kind of sort it out. And I thought that would be perfect, and a nice little fireproof safe that we can stash in our closet. in the new place and not have, and then we can just chuck that crappy falling apart accordion binder. So I'm really looking forward to just tackling that. That's pretty exciting. I've not been doing any shopping because I haven't really had any time. And not really willing to spare any the cash. We're going to need a lot of things in the new place that you need when you move. And of course we have all of the things for a house, but we're going to need, my daughter's going to need a dresser because the dresser she's using is going to go to my husband after we move, because she's been using the other half of the bedroom set that my husband's grandmother left us. And my daughter would prefer to have a new one versus continuing to use that vintage one. We need curtains. We don't own any curtains. The house that we live in right now, it's a rental, is not equipped with any curtain rods or anything. And we don't, it's a rental, so it's not like we can install those things. Here, the house was built intentionally so that they wouldn't need curtains, with something about the angle and the sun and stuff, although we do get a little bit of sun in here. They built it very intentionally so that they wouldn't have to have curtains. It's way out in the middle of nowhere. There's lots of privacy out here, and the owners wanted to be able to look outside and all of those things. So we don't own any curtains, and we'll be moving to an apartment that's really close to the street. It's actually right on the corner of two streets where we're going, and we're going to need some curtains to cover up our windows. We don't own any curtains, so we need curtains. We're going to need a new litter box for the cats because we want to get one that has a cover on it. So just kind of a bunch of little different expenses, things that we're going to need adding up. So anyway, so because of that, I've not really been willing to spend any money on crafty stuff. Even though some really awesome stuff has been happening. We have the honeybee stamps release, which looks amazing. Waffle Flowers release was just available yesterday. They have that fabulous new swatching stamp set that I'm definitely interested in. Not the kit, not like the starter kit, but just the stamps themselves would be perfect. As you guys know, I struggle with trying to do my own swatching. I think something like that would be perfect. I'm not going to have any time to do any swatching anyway, so my thinking is, why don't I just wait until the craze dies down, and maybe they'll maybe it'll be like a Black Friday thing. Maybe I know Waffle Flower did a really awesome sale last Black Friday, so maybe it'll be something that I pick up, this year. Let's see. We know that the Lawn Fawn release is coming soon, next week, I think. And I've already placed my pre-order on the one stamp and die set that I wanted. From that, we've got Avery L, which I haven't even seen, like the rest of the Avery L. I just, I haven't even seen it. I was like, oh my God, I can't even look. So just avoid. I know that My Favorite Things release, I briefly glanced at, and there didn't seem to be anything super interesting in there for me anyway. I haven't been doing any shopping, and I've been trying to distance myself from that because I know I'm not going to be able to use it. And we're getting to the point where, not right now, obviously, but in a couple of weeks, my address might be a little iffy. So why would I be shopping if I'm going to have to do a change of address stuff? So there you have it. In fact, I'm waiting. Today is a Monday, the first Monday of the month. So Hero Arts is going to release their August kit today. And I'm probably going to cancel my subscription for September just because I don't even know. I don't want to have to track it down if I can't find it. I did cancel my subscription to Alpha Stamps kit just because, same thing, I just don't want to have to track it down. And I figured I can always restart it later. I do have the last kit that I had paid for here that came a couple days ago, and I haven't had a chance to open it yet. So I guess we could do that now as we're chatting. Yeah, so that is pretty much all I have for very boring updates. I've been doing a lot of listing things on our local Facebook marketplace and Craigslist. I sold my Cricut, my old Cricut. I sold that yesterday, actually, to a very nice woman. Let's see. You guys already know that we sold the van. My daughter's toy kitchen. We have several people that are really interested in that. They're all kindergarten teachers looking for it for their classroom, which is kind of funny. In fact, somebody's coming over this afternoon to take a better look at it. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about just selling stuff locally, and I'm squirreling away the cash for a rainy day for those expenses that are going to come up after we move that I already told you about. So here's the Alpha Stamps. I think this is the August kit. I haven't even seen a preview of this one. Let's get it open. Oh, we got something back here. We got something. Oh, this is cute. It looks like we've got a little compass and a key and a feather. My overhead light is off above me. Sorry, you can't see everything super great. I actually didn't even think that I was going to be doing this. I kind of forgot about it until I just moved some stuff around off camera. Let's see, we've got a little craft envelope. It looks empty. And a folder. Let's see. August 2018 Alpha Stamps Kit, the Anthology ATC mailer. Oh, okay. So I've been thinking about a mailer envelopes that fits an ATC for a while. And the small ephemera images in the new papers really lend themselves to small projects like ATCs. So here's the new envelope folder, also included in the kit. So this is an envelope folder. This is actually really cute. I don't know if I'm going to have time to tackle this. Ooh, pretty. Look at this. We've got some herbs. This is really nice. I don't want to cut into this. I think this would be very lovely for a scrapbook spread. That's another thing that I'm definitely going to start working on after we move. I really want to get started on my scrapbook. And also, guys, oh my god, I'm such a terrible person. I have not done like any bookkeeping for my online business in months. I really need to refocus and do some of that. We don't pay income tax or sales tax here in New Hampshire yet, so far anyway. But we do still. I do still have to do federal taxes, and let me tell you, it is so much easier if just adding up 12 different months or whatever when you do your taxes versus having to do everything from scratch. Craziness. I really need to do that. I actually thought that I was in good shape. You know, one of those things where your brain just runs away with you. I thought I was in good shape, and I was talking to a friend about it the other day, and I'm like, oh yeah, I think I just have until like, I think I just didn't do it in like June or something, and then I look and I haven't done it since like April. It's like, oh crap, I've really gotta focus on that. So I'll be doing that. And crafting videos and so on and so forth. I do, I probably won't be uploading a lot of videos. I do have some things that I have pre-prepared. Like started filming, I put this in sideways, started filming well over a month ago, just some footage of different unboxings and hauls and stuff like that that don't really make any sense into my timeline here of my vlog. But just some content to upload here and there in case I can't. But I'm going to try to at least do one catch-up video, one chat video if I can here with you guys. And several people have reached out to me on Facebook actually to just make sure that I was okay and ask how everything is going. I'm perfectly fine. I'm just busy. And I am looking forward to just getting straight to it and doing some old-fashioned just crafting for therapy this week, and I will have the camera on and hopefully I will have some videos for you. But anyway, that's about it. I probably rambled on quite enough. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for all of your support and comments and messages and things like that. Somebody even sent me a card, I think last week, not from my as far as I know, not somebody that watches on YouTube, but a friend sent me a card last week just checking in because they knew that things were a little bit of a high stress around here lately, and I don't think you'll ever see this video, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. I've written to all of my pen pals and friends, and just I'll talk to you on Facebook. I'll see you on the other side. I'm probably not going to be, once we shut down sometime this month, I'm probably not going to be back up and running completely until October. My Etsy shop, I have a lot of my ready to ship stuff on sale just so that I'm trying to get everything. I have 3 large totes of completed and ready to ship cards that are listed in my Etsy shop. I'm trying to get it down to 2 because I can fit 2 into a box. So so I'm hoping to move some stuff. So far, not so much, but I am getting, frustratingly enough, I'm getting so many custom order requests, and I'm not doing custom orders right now. I don't have the time or whatever to commit to it, and a lot of my stuff is, as you know, is already packed up and gone. So oh, just very frustrating. It's like, where were you a couple weeks ago when I was really looking for something to do? Anyway, I wish you well. I hope that you have a great week, and I will check in later. Have a great one. Bye.